welcome, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the climate show this evening. With your host Lee Barrett, and we also have three team members in this live stream this evening. We have got David Tones behind the computer side of things.
Good to be
And we have, welcome David. Welcome to Michael, who's having his
Hello.
debut this evening. And hello to Robbie, who's also having his debut here on this live stream. So we're going to kick off the live stream this evening with Yellowstone, as me and David have been following Yellowstone for about nearly 4 months. So I'm going to put that up onto the screen share now for the viewers to see. And as you can see, I think we've started the live stream just in time because Old Faithful is about to erupt. So how lucky is that for the viewers? So I'm going to ask David now what his thoughts are of Yellowstone and what he's discovered in the past few months. So over to David, then I'll say a bit. So over to David.
Thanks, Lee. What's happening is the webcam's been off for the last couple of days. It looks like it has, within the last few hours, just come back online, which is good, but the Yellowstone National Park is definitely showing perhaps an increasing amount of people visiting the region. Several vents, guises are now becoming more active. The Old Faithful, well, we never know when that's going to put a show on, but the national parks, they know when the Old Faithful guys is going to erupt, but of interest are the smaller guys that are putting on a show. Lee, what about the earthquake activity?
Well, earthquake activities continued to increase. We actually had about 4 earthquakes across America this week. The strongest was in a place called New Madrid, which is quite near Oklahoma, and that was a magnitude 3.2 earlier today. So it's definitely on the increase. And as I was saying to David over recent months, the ground's also rising at Yellowstone, and we're definitely due a very big eruption. The exact date and timing is not known at this point, but what you can see is it's definitely on the rise. It's definitely on the increase. We've also seen major earthquakes worldwide since April as well. A couple of magnitude 8s. And we've also had a couple of 7s and 6s across Japan, across the Vanuatu Islands. We've also had Ecuador's also had a magnitude 8. Japan has had a magnitude 7, and a couple of 6s as well. So it's definitely an increasing world as the solar activity declines on the sun. That means that we're going to get more and more earthquakes and also major volcanic eruptions as we enter this new little ice age.
Oh, aye.
Yes. So hold on. So what I'm going to say is that you're about to see the Old Faithful erupting, so I will keep this on for the time being, so that the viewers can see the eruption of the Old Faithful geyser, which is one of the biggest at Yellowstone. So Michael, I'll let you say a few words if you want.
We have a viewer watching right now. Stephen Bell's watching us right now. We'd like to say hello to him.
Excellent.
Yeah, this is really interesting, isn't it?
It sure is. We'll let Robbie say a wee bit as well, because he's actually asking me constantly now. So Robbie, what would you like to bring in?
Shout
What would
out
you like to
to
say?
Bill. I think this is going to be amazing watching this.
Oh, aye, indeed.
Excellent. So, what do you think of the UK weather scene for the next 24 hours, Robbie?
It's going to be sunny.
Well, it's not just going to be sunny, but there's going to be major thunderstorms, which will produce tornado activity as well. So, anyway, David, we're going to ask you about your weather scene now. And your weather scene has certainly been pretty lively recently. Would you like to say a little bit about that?
Okay, thanks, Lee. What I might get you to do is just click on the Met Eye link.
Met Eye. Okay. I thought you said tell me that down.
Yeah, just bring down the page. Just scroll down a bit.
That's then, yeah.
Now this
So,
this is
there we
from
go.
the or new feature. It's probably been out 12 months by the Australian Weather Bureau. This is their national look in the Met Eye, METEYE, and what we're actually seeing on the screen at the present time is a wind chart. And you can see Lee and Michael for the viewers, the area in red, which is the southern region of the state of Tasmania. You can see the wind, and the green that is the red is what, 35 to 45 knots. And Lee,
yeah.
Leaving it on there, I'll just bring up the latest weather information for that area.
Yep, when you do
it. Comparing today to last week when we did the two sessions on the Force 13 Extra channel, things have really quietened down. The only warning in place for the state of Tasmania is a gale warning for the southeast and southwest coastal region of Tasmania. So Lee, the southwest across to the southeast. So that's a gale warning, and then we've got the strong wind warning for the Banks Strait, Franklin Sound, east of Flinders Island and central west coast.
Right, I might put the rainfall forecast on as well in this app, in this link to let the viewers see it. And so David, can you explain what we're seeing here? As you can see, it looks like there's a lot of rain expected quite close to the Queensland coast, Gold Coast, Queensland coast. As you can see, there's a lot of blue in here, which means it's going to be quite heavy inland on that one. So
you can actually notice the area that's going to get the rainfall over the next 1 to 8 days. It's going to be the western, central western area of Queensland, down onto the southwest corner, but the people in those regions will welcome the rainfall. Lee, if you bring up the other rainfall page.
I'll bring up this one for the viewers. I'll bring this one up now. Michael, can you mute yourself so we're not using your phone? If you're not talking, please mute yourself. So this is the rain, the rain chart, rainfall ranges. To see how do we work this today. We're going to check tomorrow, see what's up for tomorrow. It looks like that rain shifts southeastwards on the latest chart here. Can you explain this, David?
Okay, just going back to the going back to today.
Back to today, right? No. Oops, got slight technical hitch here. What's this? Excuse me. Just got that. You need to mute yourself.
Okay, so that is for the for today. So what is it? The central northwestern region of Queensland, the far north tropical coast, which will be the area. The brown is Lee. If you for our viewers, Lee, if you like to double click on the green on the map itself. Now the double click there.
It's got reset. This is to load, I think. Yeah, here we go. Leave it on the page a wee bit. There we go.
So you can actually see the area. So what is it? Cairns to its south.
That's yep, Scass. There are quite a lot of places under that. Yeah. But the worst conditions is where the blue is.
Yes, the green to the light green to the green to the blue. And if you just go back up the page and click on Wednesday.
On Wednesday, okay. That's Wednesday. As you can see, it's actually improving.
So you got the rainfall from what is it, 5 to 10 millimeters. The yellow up to what is it, 20
It's not even got. It's only 20 millimeters. This has got. It's not got the green. I'll check first as well. Is that Robbie? I'll check first out. And as you can see, it's an improving picture, really. During the next few days, so Australia does look like it's calming down a little bit, but that is not the end of the story. As we are currently in La Nina, I expect further storms for David's HQ, and also many parts of Australia. I expect next summer, and I'm also going to say this as well on live on air as well, as I expect the tropical cyclone season to start early as well. And I'm sure David will agree with me there that as well. Would you agree with that, David, that the tropical cyclone season is likely to start earlier?
Well, I think the environment is improving, and I think when you look at other factors, that can't be ruled out. But Lee, before we move on, go back to the rainfall page.
We've done 2 ticks. This Old Faithful goes off for the viewers, hold on.
All right, we'll leave it on that for a minute, and
That's beautiful.
we'll just look at
Yes,
that for a
that's
minute.
Old Faithful.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
It's
So
getting
I
ready.
feel like the viewers watch this for a couple of... It's already doing it. This is at Eruption now. So I'll let the viewers watch this just for a wee minute or two. So, but no background noise, Robbie and Michael. Picture.
That wasn't me.
Yeah,
Well,
boy.
no background noise when we're on live events.
Yeah.
So,
For our viewers,
That is-
we do have 2 new members who are located in
Scotland.
and Robbie
Aye.
is our newcomer within the last couple of hours, and Michael. So
guys.
Lee's got another 2 up in his area, and for
yeah, I've got another 2 members.
me,
Yeah, me, I joined a couple of days ago, I guess.
Well, you joined a bit last week, so
Oh,
it's
aye.
good to have you here. And this is Michael's and Robbie's first live event, so please make them feel welcome. So,
Oh, I'm actually enjoying it so far. It's really doing it so far. This
yeah. And what will happen is, as you'll see here, is Old Faithful is certainly doing its stuff this evening. And Yellowstone,
Yellowstone,
it's a big super volcano.
and it's about to go bang, I guess.
Yes, it is, mate.
It will go bang, but it's not expected this time. What was that, Robbie?
It will go bang. That's all good.
It will erupt, but we're still working on that to see when
But
that's gonna happen.
imagine the people watching it right, as well.
Well, the people will actually be evacuated before it erupts, so there'll be no
Yeah,
people there.
That's them just moving
it
just
does.
now, actually.
They're just walking about. It's basically tourists. Tourists visit the park every year, and summertime is the busiest season for visitors to Yellowstone.
Aye.
Basically, they're walking on a super volcano, basically.
Oh,
And it's
no danger.
once it erupts, it is going to cause big climate shifts. We're going to get much colder winters and even
Aye.
cold summers as well.
Yeah, no danger walking on a volcano, like.
No, definitely not, Michael. No danger.
Nope.
Yeah, they'll be evacuated, Robbie. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I can tell they actually are getting evacuated. Actually, they're not.
no, they're not getting evacuated just now. That's just them walking about the park.
Ah.
This is the busiest time for people.
Yeah, what's the time over there?
I think it's about 8 o'clock. Start at 8 in the evening.
Ah.
Well, just before 8, but 20 to 8 just now. And Yellowstone. Somewhere in America,
Okay,
Yellowstone. What was that, Robbie?
Nothing.
Yeah, it's settled down a wee bit, that little volcano.
Yeah, so I think we'll continue now. We'll go into the tropical update now.
Let's move on.
So we'll move on from that. So as you can see, we have got tropical storm Estelle. We also have Hurricane Darby, and we have the invest area 04E, which was actually Celia, but that's actually dissipated now. We also have tropical storm Bella in southern Indian Ocean, and we also have invest That's actually a tropical depression, actually. But, yeah.
There are some very weird names for a hurricane. Tropical storm.
So David, what do you think of the current scene at this time?
I'm just looking at some information.
So we're also expecting. Hold on a sec, David. Sorry. We're expecting the Atlantic to pick up from the second half of this month as the NGO moves over into the Caribbean. We also have record heat content in the Caribbean. The sea surface temperatures are currently at 36 Celsius, which is a perfect environment for some very severe hurricanes to form.
Oh yes.
So I expect that to happen very soon indeed. So Adam will also be monitoring the Caribbean with quite a bit of interest because he stays in the Cayman Islands. So he'll be checking that as well. He's also got a show coming up after this called the Caribbean Weather Desk. So he will go into more detail about what I've just mentioned about the sea surface temperatures and the La Nina as well. So hello there, Adam. If you're currently still watching the show, so because I think Adam's watching it. So
yeah, he wasn't on here actually, but
no,
he was on mute.
He said he was away to watch it. So
yeah.
So David, let's I'll check the.
Lee, if you'd just like to go back
David.
to the Australian Weather
The
Bureau
rainfall.
and just bring up the rainfall, and we'll have a look at the eternal rainfall forecasted. Double click on the Australian map and go to total.
Yes.
Yep. So okay, so that is for day 1 through 4, and you can actually see how the picture continues to
Alright, David.
Excuse me.
Sorry, there is a little bit of interference.
Hold on a wee second, David. Hold on. Can you mute yourself? You're going to do that, Robbie. You need to realise you can't be any background noise. So on you go, David.
Yeah, apology to our viewers. As mentioned earlier, we do have a couple of new members, and the rainfall, Queensland, developing New South Wales, and I should highlight that the New South Wales Weather Office has issued 24 hours ago, they issued a flood watch for the New South Wales Central West. So that's the light green to the dark green in New South Wales Lee.
Yeah,
just bring your pointer over. So it's the light green to the green. No, that's Queensland, New South Wales. Bring it down south.
Down the bottom,
yeah,
right. I'll leave it back there.
To your left there,
Hold on. Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, just where you got it now. Yep, so the Weather Bureau issued a flood watch for the New South Wales Central West. On Tuesday and Wednesday, an inland trough is expected to gradually deepen with an associated rain band bringing widespread rainfall to most of the state. The heaviest rainfall is expected in New South Wales Central West. This weather system has the potential to cause river flooding as well as local flash flooding to develop along the following valleys from Tuesday onwards. It'll be the Macquarie River, including Bathurst, Orange, Malong, Bell Rivers, minor flooding, the Bogan Valley, minor flooding, and the Lachlan Valley. So the Bureau has in place a flood watch for that area, and if we go to the next 4-day period, Lee,
Yeah, what page is it we're looking for?
the
When you look
23rd, yeah, next one down,
that
that's
one,
it.
right? I got it.
And you can see how the picture cleans up for the state of Queensland, the Western Australian region, but unfortunately it's still not good news for the people down there in the state of Tasmania and also the northeast region of Victoria. And if you go to the next 4 days,
Right, well, that's 4. Right, that was it.
that's it.
That's changed already. I think it's not much difference to the one before. So as you can see, it looks like high pressure becomes in charge of the bulk of Australia, and it's like Tasmania are going to get the baton from the rain. Oh, here we go. That's it, changed now.
Okay,
So it looks like there's actually a new low pressure system. There you go, Jim. It should be, yeah.
So you can notice where the activity is. It's the central New South Wales, northeast, central New South Wales region, the northeastern region of Victoria, possibly the southern region of Victoria, but the entire
Even
West
Tasmania
Coast, yep,
too.
West Coast of
Yeah, even
Tasmania. So
yeah.
anywhere up to what is it, 200 millimeters of rain.
Can I just jump in every second, David? If you look very closely to Tasmania, there's actually 2 purple dots on it. If you look very, very closely, you can see that Tasmania may get that amount of rain, between 300 and 400 millimetres in a few spots. So we could be looking at some severe flooding on Tasmania. So the 2 wee dots on there, very small indeed. So
Did someone just say severe flooding?
that's in Tasmania. We're talking about.
I wouldn't.
But as you do.
Sorry, I would indicate that whilst there are no warnings current for the state of Tasmania, I wouldn't be surprised that the Bureau will reissue a flood watch for the northern and the western regions of that state. Lee, if you can go back up the page.
Michael, see when you're not talking, you need to be muted.
Sorry, Lee.
Okay. Right, what is it? What looking for, David?
Now go to the state of Tasmania, up the top there, just where you've got all the states in the blue, just the top of the page.
Oh, the blue.
Yeah.
Tasmania.
Okay, click on Tasmania and click on warnings.
Warnings, right. Warning summary or weather warning?
The top one.
This one, right. So.
And see where the purple area is. I want you to click on the link below the purple there, which is that one there. Click on that.
Right. Just give me a second till it loads up. Right. So I'll put this down a wee bit so the viewers can see it. There we are. So, David, can you explain this chart now
Okay,
for
well,
us?
that's the high pressure. That's the latest colour mean sea level pressure analysis. And that's the look for today. But Lee, I want you to click up, go back up the page, and I want you to click on the forecast map for the next 4 days.
Right. Tasmania.
No, come back down the page a little bit.
This.
No, just above selected day. Now bring your cursor across and click on the forecast map. No, bring it back up above the two.
Forecast
Yep,
map.
click
Yeah.
on that one.
Sorry to interrupt you there, Emily. Robbie's iPad has just run out of battery.
Oh, right, that's okay. Well, he got on, so if he's left, he's left. But at least he did.
I do
He got to
apologise
join.
about him.
That's okay. That's okay. Things happen.
Okay,
Right,
this
carry on,
is
David.
the main sea level pressure prognosis. I think that's prognosis. That's 10 a.m. Tuesday, 10 p.m. Tuesday night. The same for Wednesday. So that's the 4-day outlook, and you can actually see the top left hand 10 a.m. You've got the 1017 low just on the Northern Territory Queensland border, and you can actually see I think it's the troughs. So you got, I think, 2 troughs and the dotted black lines spacing. So the shaded area is the rainfall. Then you look at 10 p.m. tonight, Lee, and it actually starts to drift down into New South Wales.
That's right, yeah.
And then the same for Wednesday. You can see how it's starting to curve down through Queensland into central New South Wales. Now, if you come back down the page a little bit, you can see Thursday.
Oh, right, that was a report. Another few, right, okay.
And you've got that low pressure system 1018 at 10 a.m. on a Thursday.
Yeah, it's mainly affecting the Tasmania.
Yeah, 10 p.m. on Thursday night, or 2200 hours. And you can see Friday how it tracks down into Victoria and Tasmania. Well, I know that they've had record-breaking rain, and for our viewers, some records have been broken up here in Queensland along the north tropical coast.
So that is your 4-day forecast. So
looks like the weather looks going to get bad.
It does look like it's going to become quite windy and wet for Tasmania over the next 4 days or so. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show this one out. We'll show the viewers this one, David.
This is the I think BSCH. They provide the operators of that website provide a high quality service, and what we're looking at is current instability. So Lee, if you'd like to go down to 4 p.m. on Tuesday.
4 p.m. Okay. 4 p.m.
So again, you can see how the system is tracking, and then if you go down to 4 a.m. Wednesday.
4 a.m.
And 4 p.m. Wednesday. So just we'll just look at the 4.
Yeah, you're starting to see activity in the south there. We'll now check 4 a.m. Thursday. And as you can see, the activity is increasing. And then it drops again.
So 4
for
p.m.
us.
on Thursday.
So according to this, there's actually going to be nothing, which I don't believe at all. I don't think that's correct, actually. I think it's going to be quite wet over Tasmania, which has not been indicated here, which I think is incorrect. Which I do apologise to say that to David, but I do believe it's wrong.
Yeah, well, actually,
at this point.
sorry, Lee, what we're actually looking at is the instability. If you go back up and click on the rainfall
Right.
beside instability.
Oh, is that what that is? I thought this was.
Yeah, just
Right, I thought this was you.
Yep.
There.
Yep. So that's the rainfall, and
Oh, it's got a slight technical hitch with them. That's right. Right, we'll check. Oh yes, look at that down in Tasmania. Very strong winds.
Oh no, Tasmania's
Heavy
in
rain.
deep danger.
Tasmania, yeah.
if you go across the 3-hour blocks, 4 a.m., 7 p.m.
Is that on Friday?
You'll have a look at 7 p.m.
Total
Friday.
bill. That's on 7 p.m. Friday just now. Right, there we are. Very
This is
strong
really
wind
interesting.
and heavy winds.
So this is rainfall
well.
at 7 a.m. on Friday. The totals are down the bottom of the page there.
So it's basically going to be quite a wet one for Tasmania over the next few days. Quite windy too.
Yep.
So that's basically that. I'm now going to get back to the tropics system, and then I'll also I'll talk about the potential for the UK next.
Oh yes, here we go.
But we'll talk about that in just a wee minute, Michael, after we've done the tropics. So here's Hurricane Dammit, which is a weakening system, which is now a weakening system moving west and slightly southwest. It is weakening pretty quickly. It is a Cat 1 hurricane now, after being a major Cat 3 about 2 days ago. But that is now on its way out.
Cat 3?
It was a Cat 3 a couple of days ago. We'll now maybe quick look at Estella, which is currently a tropical storm. It was meant to be a hurricane, but something has not allowed that to become a hurricane. So,
how does that work?
Well, it looks like there's a bit of, looks like there could be dry air, and also the lack of ocean heat content due to the previous hurricanes that had been through. So it looks like it's just going to be a very weak system as we expected there. So, but I will mention again that the Atlantic is due to become more active during the second half of the month and into August, and due to the 36-degree heat around the Caribbean, we can expect possibly 2 or 3 Cat 5s this hurricane season. So I would not be surprised at all. But as I said, I'll let Adam say further information on the hurricane outlook and also the ocean content as well, and also the landing in his Caribbean weather desk. But before we finish, we will talk about the UK scene. So unfortunately I don't have event to show for this, so I'll just talk about this. So over the next 24 hours it's going to be turning very warm or hot across the UK.
Oh, aye, indeed.
Like I said, Michael, something. The temperatures across the north of the UK will be around between 28 and 30 degrees. As you go further south, expect Manchester to have about 33 around the Midlands, and then further south we will get 35 and around the
Ouch.
London area. Also for people that are in France, they're expected to get 40 Celsius in Paris. So it's extreme heat that is happening here. And what will happen is we are going to get some thunderstorms developing during the afternoon, late afternoon into the evening. These thunderstorms will become severe. Hold on a second, Michael. These thunderstorms will become severe, and they could produce supercells, just small supercells, but these could produce frequent lightning, hail, and also small funnel clouds as well. So people will need to watch out for localised flooding across the Midlands to the south, and also Scotland can expect normal thunderstorms coming in from the west. These will be quite heavy, and these may also contain some frequent lightning at times as well. Scotland will not get the tornado activity, that's mainly just in England, but Scotland will get some lively thunderstorms nonetheless. I think we'll get the cameras ready, folks, here in the UK.
Yeah, I have a safe update for them, for the people, for the thunderstorm.
Well, you can say the update now. Well, we're talking about it, so
yeah, thank you, Lee. Just make sure everyone wears sun cream as well tomorrow, or today, as in. And also be safe while you're travelling in the thunderstorm.
I'd also like to say is take on plenty of fluids as well this afternoon, as this heat will be quite dangerous and quite warm. This is Spanish heat that we are getting, so be safe. Please enjoy the weather, but stay safe out there.
Yeah, it's the first time we're having this Spanish heat, I guess, isn't it?
Well, it's not the first time, but it's the first time this summer that we've had it. And it will be very rare this summer. I don't expect any further spells like this. We might get one more in August, but I will need to work on that to see exactly when that will be. I will be looking at that. But in the meantime, we are currently having one which is maybe similar to last year's heat burst, which occurred on the 28th of June and it ended on the 1st of July with severe thunderstorms.
Yeah, last year's thunderstorm was not expected.
Well, they were expected, but it's similar this year, but the thunderstorms look like they're going to be more widespread this year. Basically, keep safe. Make sure if you need to travel. If you don't need to travel, please stay indoors.
And if you're recording outside, please be careful.
Yes, indeed. But I am going to be ending this live broadcast this evening. I'll see if David wants to say one more word or two. So, David, over to you if you want to say it before we finish.
Okay, thanks, Michael, and also Lee, as the host of his show, with me being his offsider. And for our viewers, don't forget, we have the Force 13's main channel. There is a possibility, not confirmed yet, but we could be covering the weather scene over there in the UK tomorrow night.
Yes, later today. Yes, Nathan will be going live on the Force 13 channel, the main channel, as we are expecting severe thunderstorms. So so please tune in to that. I'm not entirely sure what time we'll be on, but we will let you all know, or we'll let you know on Twitter and Facebook. And I'm sure David will do his Twitter message to let people know when we're going to be live as well. But in the meantime, I'd like to thank David and Michael, and it's a shame I can't thank Robbie because Robbie's iPad cut out. So, but thank you to him as well for joining this live event. I think what I'll say is we'll be back possibly next week or two with another climate show. So it's goodbye from me and
alias from me,
and say goodbye and let David say goodbye, and that'll be us.
And with me being in control, it's been good to be back again. And please stay tuned on the Force 13's extra channel and their main channel. My name is David Haynes, and bye for now.